We all like to have a laugh once in a while. I know I do. However, some enjoy it more than others. One of the ways of raising a titter is to play a trick on someone or to prank someone into believing something that is not true or real. Fortunately for those who enjoy playing the occasional prank or hoax on others, there is a special day put aside for just such an event. Of course, I'm talking about April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day occurs each year on the first day of April. On this day, people will play tricks and pull pranks on each other for fun. Most of the pranks are harmless and cause no real upset, while some create anger, outrage, and even mass hysteria. There have been some rather adventurous pranks played on the general public over the years. For example, in 1980, the BBC reported that the 4 clock faces on the famous Big Ben clock tower would be replaced by digital numeral readouts. Many people called in to complain before it was revealed that the whole thing was a big hoax. In 1978, a wealthy adventurer returned from Antarctica to Australia towing a large iceberg with the intention of selling chunks of the ice to locals. This turned out to be an elaborate hoax. In 1998, the fast food chain Burger King released an advertising campaign to promote a new product, the left-handed hamburger. Amazingly, thousands of people fell for the prank by showing up at burger outlets, asking for one of the left-handed meals. In 1976, British astronomer Patrick Moore announced on BBC Radio that the planets Pluto and Jupiter would align in such a way that here on Earth people would experience a change in the Earth's gravitational pull whilst jumping up and down. Amazingly, the BBC received calls from listeners purporting to have floated around the room. In 1962, Swedish television viewers were told that if they stretched a pair of ladies' tights over their TV screens, the black and white picture would become colour. Of course, it was all a hoax. TV viewers in Sweden had to wait another 8 years before they could really see broadcasts in colour. So, what are the origins of April Fool's Day? Well, it depends on who you ask. There are many stories surrounding the reasons why we play tricks on April the 1st. Ironically, most of the stories surrounding April Fool's Day are made up. The first written reference of April Fool's Day appears in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, published in 1392, where a mix-up with the wording of the dates refers to there being 32 days in March. Another origin, albeit an unlikely one, occurred in France when the Gregorian calendar was adopted in 1564, which meant that from there on the new year would be celebrated on January the 1st and not at the end of March. Those who continued to celebrate after the change on April the 1st were labelled as fools. Other theories are that the date refers to the Roman festival of Hilaria, or a revolt against Christianity, when an annual day of chaos took place as a protest organised by the worshippers of demigods. In all honesty, it would be fair to say that there is no definitive reason why April Fool's Day really exists. April Fool's Day is also known as All Fool's Day in some places. To many people, the act of playing pranks and hoaxing others for fun seems childish and infantile. However, this has not stopped people from fooling each other with their creative shenanigans. Have you ever played an April Fool's joke on anyone? Have you ever been the victim of an April Fool's hoax? Did you fall for it? In this instance, to fall for something means that you were taken in or fooled by the hoax or prank. You were made to look stupid, You were made a sucker of. You were made to look a fool. Quite the April Fool, if you will. Today's key words. Prank, to play a trick or to fool someone with a practical joke. Hoax, a form of joke where someone pretends that something will or has happened. Instance, the occurrence of something or an example of something occurring